We just beat the gym. And I think we also just beat our rival, if I'm not mistaken. So we're heading south. Oh wait, I don't think did we fight her? Oh yeah, we did fight her. Okay. Now we just want to go. We want to go south. I think there was like a tree that we could cut down here. Oh my god, the berries! The berries are flourishing. Oh, we can pick these ones. Slay. Oh my god, we love it. Wait, hold on. What did I miss out on? You need to go to the gym, but you can't be bothered. You know what? You deserve to rest. Silent or we're silenced, please. Pokemon Emerald. Love that, love that. Leftover pizza is always much better than fresh pizza. I don't know if it's better, but it's certainly an experience that I highly appreciate. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if I'll commit to saying that leftover pizza is better. I do like it a lot. Did I fight these girlies? Oh, I did. I sure did. The last Ash Ketchum Pokemon episode aired in Japan. Oh, there's also a new Digimon Adventure 2 movie coming out. I'm very excited for that one. Oh, these berries are probably gonna perish because I'm gonna be gone for a while. He's Ash Tango. Oh, let him go. Okay. Okay. Ooh, we can go this way too. Not that we can get any new Pokemon or anything, but you know, that's fine. I am a little scared though about gym number 2. Don't you me. What? What? Miracle Seed. Oh. Oh, wow. Ketchum, let him go is solid. It's solid Dookie. No, I can't get the slack off. I'm sad. Not Miracle Seed, I'm here. I'm sad. Not that. I don't know why my voice is like half gone. Like at the beginning of the stream. Let's have that conversation. I wish I had a solid Dookie, am I right? Tummy trouble gaze. Not this. Oh no. I haven't had a Dookie at all today, actually. I haven't pooped. No, I did poop. And it was solid. You know what? Sometimes streaming is a mistake. Anyway, time to go. You're gay. You saved my darling Pico. We owe so much to you. What's that? You want to sail with me? You have a letter bound for Dewford and a package for Slateport then. Quite the busy life you must lead. But certainly what you're asking is no problem at all. You've come to the right man. We'll set sail for Dewford. Dewford it is then. Anchors away. Pico, we're setting sail, my darling. Thank you so much for telling us about your poop. You're welcome. I know that's information that y'all just needed. Oh, ring ring. Oh, gay. Where are you now? It sounds windy wherever you are. I just heard from Devon's Mr. Stone about your Pokénav, so I decided to give you a call. Sounds like you're doing fine, so that's fine with me. You take care now. Oh, okay. Great. Thanks. Dad Norman. Poop sisters forever. Stop. A letter for Dongford and a trip to Slagport. Ooh. Ahoy, we've hit land in Dewford. I suppose you're off to deliver that letter to... Who was it now? Steven? Sure. A tiny island in the blue sea. Love that, love that. I just made the weirdest mouth sound and I have no idea where it came from. Could y'all hear that? Just like... That was so weird. I am so sorry. It sounded like a frog. I misread that as Mr. Brinty. I read his name as Mr. Brintney last time. So, you know, we love that. What's in vogue? Anything interesting from anyone? Okay, weekend adventure. Everyone's talking about that. I have no idea what they're talking about, and I don't honestly care. I'm just talking to everyone in case anyone wants to give me an item or something. Okay, girl. Is this what it's like when people come into the stream? And we're all talking about like K-pop or something. And they're like, I don't know what's going on. Randomly generates a phrase that you can change. Oh, okay. Work. Cool. Hello. Dewford is a tiny community. Gets okay. So we must start a new trend, is what you're saying. Find rare stones in there. If Pokemon faints and can't battle, it can still use a move learned from a hidden machine. Oh, I can change. Oh no. Oh no. We can change the trend. That sounds menacing to everyone else in here. That sounds menacing to everyone in here. Are you getting the itch to fish? To what? I hear you and I like what you're saying. I'll give you one of my rods. Oh, thank you so much for your rod. Thank you so much for your old rod. There's a lot to be said about living on a small island with harmony. Piss play on the island, yes. Do I wanna... Okay, wait. If we fish like here, does it technically count as like a Pokemon in the town? And then the cave counts as like something else? Do you know what I mean? Because like if I fish here, it's technically two different areas. Obviously, if I go here, it would be something else. But I would probably want to surf here or something to get a different Pokemon, right? But this is technically a different area. Okay, let's see what we can. Let's see what we can get. Where the hell? Oh, yeah. Hello. Oh, not even a nibble. Oh, wait, I should probably make it easier for me. Oh, a bite. It got away. No. Oh my god. No, we're not getting anything. Ooh. Okay. After 700 years, we got a Magikarp. Ooh. Listen. We can probably just catch it, right? Listen, I'll take this, okay? Okay, maybe we need to hit it like once. I'm scared of killing it though. Please. Ooh. Okay, we should be good now. Do we have any name ideas? Magikarp was caught. Yeah. Its swimming muscles are weak, so it is easily washed away by the currents. In places where water pools, you can see many Magikarp deposit there by the flow. Yes, I'm gonna give it a nickname. Not Long Dong. Well, there's no guarantee it will make it to become a Gyarados. Not Long Dong. I was thinking we could call it just Flop, because it flip-flops. Long Dong Silver. I don't have that many characters. I was just thinking of doing like Flop. We love Flop. Hi, Flop. We're gonna go with Flop. We have a new friend. Look at that. That's not like a you problem. Hi. I don't know if I wanna do a Tentacool. We already have 2 water girlies. At least not right now. Not right now anyway. We're probably gonna put Magikarp, or I mean Flop, in we're probably gonna put Flop in the in the PC, depending on who we get here. Because that's also going to make a difference. I'm also assuming that we can get better Pokemon if we surf in this area rather than like just using the rod. Or even just like waiting for a better rod, you know what I mean? This man just admitted to pissing himself while fishing, so we love that. Piss Queens to the rescue. There is an electric gym coming up later, that's true. Tentacool. Let's go with Gunenbader. Now we have 2 Pokemon that we have to switch out to like train properly, so we love that. Love that, love that. Do we know what levels I need to be in for this? Like, do we know the level that the gym leader is at for this one? Yeah. Fishing in the sea or a stream? Well, I'm fishing on stream, mama. Mama. I am so sorry. Mama. I'll probably make some tea in my BRB or something to alleviate my throat. Level 19, Makuhita. Oh shit. Is it a fighting gym? I forget. Oh. Okay. Wish me luck. I'll try to get everyone to like level 20 or something. So we'll see. Yeah, maybe. That's true. No, not the confusion. Or TRB because you'll T right back. Wow. Thank you so much for that. Cutting that audio for when I redo my Twitch channel. I wanted to make it sound like people are endorsing me. Yes, as you should. Every day I come in here and I give. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being so giving. The gift that keeps on giving. That's what you are. No. I didn't want your number. I serve and eat and slay with no crumbs, divas. Yeah. After you meet Steven, I think you can go to Slateport so you can train over there as well if necessary. Oh, that's a good idea. We'll see. We'll see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And you know the drill. If when I need help, I will be asking. So no worries. Does the game want me to do the gym before I meet Steven? Because I certainly will not be using... I certainly will not be using Flash. Ooh, a Makuhita. Y'all. Wish me luck on this one. I definitely don't want to miss this one. Who'll burn that bridge when we get there? Exactly. Exactly. Using Flash is how I got all my boyfriends and half of my arrest record. So please. Ooh. Trainer Ruby used Flash in the target. Not the target. Not the target. We got a Makuhita. Ooh. Guts Pokemon. It loves to toughen up its body above all else. If you hear quaking rumbles in a cave, it is the sound of a Makuhita undertaking strenuous training. Makuhita is a sumo wrestler. So how about sumo? I would go for Sue. Coach Sue. Sue Sylvester. Call him Nut because he's all about them guts. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else have any suggestions, honey? You know, Team Nut. I feel like there would be Pokemon that would be closer in appearance with Nut, right? So oh my god, I have the best idea. Wait, with or without space? Gym Bud. He's a grinder gym bud. Looking for gym buds. Do I do it with or without a space? I think without the space. Let's try without. Gym Bud. That looks more like a name, I guess. With space because he's just a bud, not gay. Okay, y'all like with the space better. All right, all right. Gym Bud. No, 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 not heaven. No. Gym bud. Not in heaven. Wait. No. Gym bud, when you rosebud your buddy at the gym shower, please. Perfect. No, no, he hasn't died yet. I hope this isn't like, I hope this isn't, there isn't like bad karma associated with that. We'll put, I think we have to put Flop in here. Because I think at this point in my journey, I want to have Meryl or Wop on. So I think I'm going to get Flop out of the team for now. Not I'm telling Nuzlocke. No, it's not cheating. It's okay, he's out of heaven. He landed there on accident. I'm assuming he can equip Rock Tomb. Yeah. I'm certainly getting rid of Sand Attack. Calling up Mr. Nuzlocke right now. No. Not Mr. Locke. We'll cross this bridge when we get there. I guess I can equip it to Abra. Or Bra. You make him feel like he's been kicked out of heaven. Wow. This musical moment. Wow. Wow. I want to give him an item. What do I want to give him though? A berry. I'll just give him an Orin. An Orin. Be a bra, twice the support. Please. Maybe we do need to name a Pokemon after Sue Sylvester because suddenly it's Glee in here. Oh. Bion, 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 bion. Bion, 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 bion. Oh god, do I remember the way? I think I do. Oop. It's okay, listen, we also need to train a little bit. So me getting lost for a little bit will contribute to the training of it all. We need a Roz Washington. I don't think we have enough characters to name someone Sue Sylvester, unfortunately. I think so too. It's been a while since I've played. Oh no, Goonin Bader is confused. Oh no. Goonin Bader is so confused. Oh. Okay. That's just rude. Oh no, Goonin Bader got drained. Oh. Okay. Anyway. Well. Aren't Goonin Baders confused by default? Well, Is it bad that I didn't know what a goon invader was? I guess it's not bad. But I had to look it up. I had to like look it up. You know what I mean? It was an interesting discovery. I am home. I'm sad. Watch me just walk in a circle. Your friends, my stream froze for you? Oh no. I thought you were just very dramatically pausing. Well. Education is never ending. I encourage you. Please. Thank you so much. I am here to learn and to improve as a person and to gather education, to be a more educated person so that I can move forward in my life. Spreading the education. Because information is key to unlock the future that we all deserve. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. Oh, well. I just knew it was gonna fleet. She's Miss America. Wow, Miss America. Interesting. Interesting that a non-American would be Miss America. Why is that spin? Can you only see people as Americans? Do you think everyone you come across is American because you're American and you think America is the default? Wow. Wow. Like I said earlier, Azzy, if I need help, I'll ask for it. I appreciate the offer. America first and America only. Not this. Not a boot flies through my window. Wow, so you're threatening me. Wow. So I'm being threatened for exposing the truth of your actions. Wow. An unlicked boot. But what if I wanted a licked boot? You're fighting me in-game and in real life. You know what? And it's all... Suddenly, all is right in the world. All is right in the universe. Is this a good idea? Alright. Alright, Jim Bud. An Aaron would have been kind of iconic, to be honest. An Aaron would have been really fierce, in actuality. Can be fought in game. I just got sent to heaven for some rat dog. No. My Aaron era. Ooh. Wait, that was juicy. Oh, shit. There you go. Oh, wait. Aaron Era, Taylor's version. Not that. Not that. Well. Come on, Quack. Do what you gotta do, Quack. Sableye is also kind of a bummer that we didn't get one. Honestly, this cave has like very good Pokemon. Like, I would be completely down with getting a Sableye and Aaron. Well, the Zubats I could do without. The Zubat I could have done without. But like, honestly, other than that, there were quite a few lovely contenders here. Oh, come on, Everstone. What the hell does an Everstone do? Not me celebrating and then not knowing what it is. Oh, it prevents evolution. Yeah, right? At least I didn't get a Zubat. I was just happy to be here. I was just happy to get a new Pokemon, you know what I mean? Not it's a hormone blocker. Not this. Not a hormone blocker. Oh, Vital Tro. Makes the user's move last, but it never misses. Ooh. I'll get rid of Focus Energy. It gives you a pause until you figure out your own path. You know, I love that. Pokemon said trans rights. I know. Apparently those rights only apply to the Pokemon and not to the trainers. But you know, that's fine. Yeah. It's not fine. I've never been fine. Pokemon also said trans wrong. Please. Oh. They sure did. Well. Wow. I need you to catch a muck and name it JK. How dare you offend muck like that? How could you? Oh my god, if I caught a muck, I would name it Lube. Cause it's like liquidy. Not turf muck. No. Just turf muck. No. Exactly. Muck did nothing wrong. Oh, I could have used Gust there. Just a little fart. Why does Baby Jinx look like a turf? No, not Smoochum. Not Smoochum the turf. Not you labeling all of these girlies as turfs. I'm now thinking about it. Does Smoochum have like a turf bang? Is that what it is? The turf bang? I mean, a turf bang is enough to identify a turf, you know what I mean? It's true, it's true. Oh, it would have been quite bad if we got a Geodude, now that I think about it. That would have been so useless against this gym fight. It probably would have been useful later down the line, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get. We'll burn that bridge when we get there, like we said earlier. Okay, I'm gonna take a short Go Piss Girl breakiana, so I'll check back with y'all in a few minutes. So take care of yourselves, grab a snack, grab a drink, take a bite, and stay slayful, slay queens. Ooh! Oh my god, it's time for us to meet Steven. Hi, Steven. I'm interested in rare stones, so I travel here and there. Oh, a letter for me? Yeah. Okay, thank you. You went through all this trouble to deliver that. I need a thank you. Let me see. I'll give you this TM. It contains my favorite move, Steel Wing. Oh my god, thank you so much. Your Pokemon appear quite capable. If you keep training, you could even become the champion of the Pokemon League one day. That's what I think. I know, since we've gotten to know each other, let's register one another in our Pokénavs. Okay. Now I've got to hurry along. Okay, bye. Wow. Why did I open my Pokemon list? I wanted to open this. I don't think anyone can use this. Nope. Great. I am just so happy with that. I'm just, you know, I'm so glad that's a thing. Yeah. So, who's up playing with their Makuhiras? Sorry. That was a very passion-splendid kind of interaction. I am so sorry. Let me get this tea bag out of the cup, because I don't want it to get too tea baggy. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Do I just stay here and fight a bunch of errands? Oh, well, there's a Makuhira. Okay, wait, Jimbud caught up with everyone, level-wise. Alright. Now we just have to get everyone to like level 20. That's fine. We can totally do it. We can like totally do it. There's like no problem. I've been trying to think of what I've been up to these past couple days since the last stream. Totally. Totally. This seems like a pretty good training spot, if I do say so myself. What have I been up to? I published my YouTube video. Oh, I just honestly mostly did like, yeah, it was just like the finishing setting up Throne, making my YouTube video public, getting my stitches removed, making the YouTube command, and that's basically about it, honestly. As far as like anything else, have I been playing anything? I feel like I did play something, but I can't remember. I can't remember. Honestly, most of my day, either yesterday or the day before, was basically me watching, like having the live feed on for this reality TV show from Portugal. So I basically just had that on for like the longest time. I did a little bit of job searching. I don't think this week specifically, I don't think I applied for anything, but I did peek here and there, you know, because I think it's good to like have my options open, you know, in case like a good opportunity shows, like not even just like for like a dream job, but I mean just like for a job that I think would be like doable, that I could juggle this with, kind of thing, you know. I'm also not gonna go out of my way to get a job that would be like soul sucking, because I feel like I also need to prioritize my mental health in that aspect, and like it's not worth it for me to get a job that makes me want to die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not worth it to do that, because then you're just like, I would be jeopardizing my mental health for money, essentially, you know what I mean? And not even like that good of a paycheck anyway, you know? So yeah. But we shall see. What is meant to be will be. So, but I'm very proud of myself, honestly, for uploading the Girlicious video that I made. I think it is starting to outperform already the last week's video, which was just like a little channel update anyway. But it's like, you know, it's not about how the videos perform, obviously, but it is nice to see that, okay, she's doing, you know, she's already like a couple days in, she's already outperforming or almost outperforming something that's been out for a little over a week. So, you know, it's good to see that, right? It's not the excuse me, it's not the like the end all be all, obviously, but it's good, you know, it's good to see that. And although I don't have like a video in mind right now for what I'm gonna do next, I'm sure that will come to me naturally, you know? Even if that means that like I will just naturally gravitate towards streaming and really want to, you know what I mean? Like I'll just go with the flow. I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna stream for the sake of streaming. I'm not gonna make a video for the sake of making a video. I'm just gonna, you know, as things come naturally to me, if I naturally have an idea or if I naturally get really excited about streaming and it's been like a day or two, I'll do it, you know? Without thinking too much like, oh, I need to continue this game or I need to whatever. So yeah. That's definitely the approach for me to have right now, I feel. Actually, I think I'm gonna... Oh, we can't teleport. Interesting. Maybe I should start heading out, though. I mean, I could use a escape rope, but I'm already close to the exit anyway. How's your weekend going? I hope that y'all are chilling. I hope that y'all are enjoying your time. I hope that y'all are having a good one. I hope that you get I hope you get to relax from your week and enjoy a little bit of a relaxing time, of a lovely time, a fun time even. I'm kind of thinking, do I want to get on this boat and go to the next city just to pick some fights with the trainers and potentially level up faster, and then maybe come back here if I need to. Well, I'm definitely gonna need to come back here for the gym. Because we're still a little bit lower than we need to. We're 5-6 levels away from where we need to be at. So I think we're just gonna get on this boat. Let's go to Slateport. I want to try. I want to get into like a fight and see how the levels are. You know what I mean? And then from there we can you're going to visit Captain Stern and deliver the Devon good. I can do that, I guess. Oh, thanks. What does that do? The soft sands. Oh, okay. Ground type moves. Okay, juicy, juicy. Fixing my scenes, updating stuff with the new pronouns. Yes, I saw the post. Iconic. Ooh. I'm like, ooh, I don't have like a great Pokemon to go against this one, do I? This seems like a pretty good level. For me to fight them. Hopefully I'll be able to stream soon. The injury is mostly okay, but I can knit for only like a few minutes at a time. Yeah. Definitely have to be careful about that, huh? Because someone went a little overboard, mayhaps. But that's exciting. I hope you can get back to streaming soon. Oh, I'm listening. Yeah. You said hyperfixation? Here I am. I've arrived at hyperfixation station. Gotta count that. It was juicy. Thank you. I love that. I love the sentiment of pretending to swim. Love that. As someone who also can't swim, I appreciate that the effort and the drama of doing that. I've been mostly just chilling though, honestly. It's been mostly just me sitting here. Just a lot of me just sitting here. Oh, well. Not it snapping out of confusion like that. I need to do a thing that I usually do when I play Pokemon, which is like sorting out my Pokemon, my moves by like strongest to weakest. Because I forget. I forget which ones are supposed to be stronger than like others. Is my tea good for me to drink? It sure is. Ooh. For those that are curious, I'm drinking pomegranate flavored green tea. I can't just drink green tea like with no sugar though. I do have to add a little bit of sugar. Same with black tea. I have what is it? I forget the flavor for it, but both of them are flavored. I forget it. Is it raspberry? It's something like that. But I also have to put in a little bit of sugar, which there's nothing wrong with that. What am I doing? Oh, I wanted to sort out my moves. I forgot. Listen, this is just a little bit of an OCD thing that I do, but I just like doing this because I forget, and these older Pokemon games don't tell you the values and all that stuff, so you have to kind of... Well, this strikes 2 times at least, so it's at least 30 strong, so... But it could be a little stronger than that. So I think I'm gonna place that a little higher than that. Same with this one, actually. Oh, is that everyone? That was fast. Okay, okay. Can you tell I've done that a couple times in my life? My parents also got some chocolate bunnies, some tiny chocolate bunnies, because Miss Easter is around the corner. We don't really celebrate anymore, to be honest. Like we just keep it simple. If anything, maybe we'll probably do some like roast for lunch or something, but we don't really go all out or anything of the sort for Easter. We only really celebrate Christmas like in a, I guess, proper way. I'd like some soda pop. I don't drink soda that much these days. YouTuber Ricky Dillon. Did that name just bring a bunch of you back to like 2012? I'm disgusted. No. It was a juicy burp. It was a fine burp, one would say. What? Oh. What the fuck was that? Not the Zigzagoon knowing how to surf. That was so scary. Oh, I hated that. Oh my god, I thought we were gonna lose Cock. I was so scared. Ricky Dillon was gonna kill Cock. Oh my god. Take me back. I want to go to the center. That was so scary. Oh, I will let you know. Don't you even worry about it. All right. Okay, Miss Bra. Okay, let me go back. Not die this time. We weren't really close to dying, but you know, I didn't want to get closer to dying. But that Zigzagoon threw me for a loop. Chill at my papa's spot. Oh, is this more drama? Not these little twerps threatening me. Ooh, oh baby. Oh. Oh. Baby Azurill. Precious friend. Oh my god, look at this precious friend. I love him. There's nothing I can do yet. Still nothing I can do as Bra. Not me hitting the microphone. The microphone. Not that. Tuber. I love that they're called tubers. YouTubers. Hi, girly. Fiery hot battles are what toughen up Pokemon and trainers. Alright, Miss Ma'am. Miss Beauty Joanna. Look at her. Wait, that's a sleigh. Look at her. Alright, Miss Ma'am. Love that. Also love Goldeen. Goldeen? Goldeen, Goldeen? The water sports. Oh my god, Goldeen is a piss queen. You heard it here first. That's hot. Please. I love that she's completely different in her sprite. Oh my god, BDU Joanna was the moment. I love her. Oh, hi Arms. Hello, hello Sailor Dwayne. Hi. Yeah. Hello. I love me a powerful seaman. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so annoying. Let's get Brian here. Just for attendance. Just for the attendance bonus. I will say this is at least a not boring version of training. This is at least a little bit more interesting than just running in circles in a cave. So we gotta appreciate that at least. Tentacool. I had I'm holding back a burp. Not really holding back. It's like it wasn't like here or there. It was like an up and coming burp, I guess. It wasn't at a place that I could let it out. Anyway. I was just gonna say the VHS tape that I had the Tentacool episode from like season 1 of Pokemon. where they like destroy a whole city and all that. That's the story. That's the story. It was an interesting story. It was the same VHS that had I think it was the same VHS that had the episode where they were in a boat in like in the SS Anne, and they like not drowned, but like the boat not flooded. What was it? The boat Titanicked. And like the main girlies had to like work together with Team Rocket because they didn't want to die and all that. It was a whole thing. They didn't air that episode in the US because 9/11. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, because they destroy like the buildings and all this shit. Yeah. Oh my god. That is wild. Oh my god, we have a Kadabra. Our bra is all grown up. Our bra went from an A to a double D, honey. They grow up so fast. Bra is finally useful. We love to see it. You're scorching hot. Those battles blazed. I'm more than just satisfied. Oh? As thanks for showing me your hot streak, I want you to take these. It's a half dozen bottles of soda pop. Ooh. Soda pop. Half a dozen? We have 6 already. We're good. That's juicy. Hey, Adam. Oh my god. How have you been? It's been a while. I forget that there were like some restrictions about some of the episodes that aired in some places and didn't in others. That's wild. Oh, I didn't see you, little twerp. There were 2 of them. Oh my god. You're working 100 hours a pay, period, so I've been scarred. Oh my god, I hope you've been good though. I hope you've been well. Oh my god, we have we have a wet ass pussy and cock. Oh, I hate it. Oh god. The 2 genders, wet ass pussy and cock. The magic of my naming system, I know. Where's the antidote? Goon Invader is a lifestyle that I know well. Oh. Oh. Oh, not that. That's funny. Yeah, I hope you also get to rest soon, for sure. Because working 100 hours is a lot. I can't even imagine. So definitely get some rest whenever you can. Okay, Miss Wap. whopping them out of the competition. You're doing that this weekend? Nice. It's a warehouse job, so you're doing all the strong muscle. Oh my god, yeah, definitely rest up whenever you can. Upsetty Spaghetti in the US, they didn't let us have the episode where James gets the big old titties. I think it's the same episode. I think it's the same. I think it's the Tentacool episode, right? I think. I think so, yeah. To be fair, I think there were a couple of opportunities where James got titties. So, and I can't remember if it's like, if I saw it in the same cassette, like the same VHS tape, or if it was the same episode. So there's that. Did the US also censor the guns episode? I don't remember if I watched that episode. Yeah. James was the ultimate drag icon, though. Both him and Jesse, actually. I loved them so much. Well, I don't think I loved them at first. I think there were moments about them that I loved, but there were others where I felt like it was more the same, or it was like taking away from the episode or whatever, but like they had some really iconic moments. I think we're good here for now. Unique. Oh, honey, you can serve. It's pulled back. It's in a bun. But thank you. Oh, not the protein. Actually, let me sell some shit. I'll sell this. Wait, we actually have some money. We're actually kind of slaying on the money department, aren't we? Now you have to go for it a little harder. Excuse me. So rude. Secret power. Okay. That was the information dump. Crushing berries. Berry powder for using those machines. Okay. Okay. I'm good. Wait, is this the Pokemon contest? No, it's the fan club. It's the fan club. Battle tents are awesome. Alright. We don't get any experience from the battle tents, do we? I don't think we do. Yeah. What is happening here? What's going on? Could you imagine someone just bursting through your door just asking, what's going on? What's happening here? Not the sea being tears of the Pokemon. Mama, not everything needs to be that big of a deal. Oh, he went off somewhere? Oh, well. That's useful. He went off somewhere. Yeah, let me just go look for him. Because apparently I work for DHL. And I have to make deliveries for people. Because apparently I'm being paid to do deliveries now. This is pretty cool. Like, it's a little, like, balcony type of thing. So you can see, like, what's going on downstairs. That's cute. I wish we could run indoors. But we can't. We shan't. Oh, the museum. Oh, Team Aqua is in here, right? Oh, shit. Did I heal? Is this a good idea? Not me having to pay to save the aquarium. Team Aqua exists for the good of it all. What are you doing here? I'm the Team Aqua member you thumped before, remember? Back in Rust Turf Tunnel? Here, take this. You have to forgive me. Oh, what? I thought he was gonna say, take this, and he was gonna fight me. Hope to never see you again. Wait, what was that? Thief? Work. Not me getting that. I'll give it to Bra. That's funny. Well, a learning I can put to use to nefarious deeds. If our goons didn't bungle things in Rustboro, we wouldn't be here. If I ripped off the stuff here, would it make me rich? Not a single thought behind their heads. Behind their little eyes. Yes, if you're looking for Stern, that would be me. Oh, those must be the parts I ordered from Mr. Stone of Devon. Thank you so much, that's great. We can prepare for our expedition now. Oh, here we go. Hee, hold it. We'll take those parts. What? Who are you people? We're Team Aqua. Our boss wants those parts. Shut your yap and fork them over. Prepare for trouble, make it double. Sorry. I had to, come on. We were just talking about Jesse and James. Ooh, Carvana. Alright, Miss Carvana. Yeah, that's what you get. Ooh. I was scared you'd be way underleveled. I was too. I was like, is this gonna be is this gonna be the end? I mean, it could still be the end. But I think we're good. I think we're good for now. Ooh. No, not the confusion. This is my first time coming to this town before I go to the second gym. So I'm not gonna lie and say that I wasn't a little worried. I mean, I could still be in trouble, don't get me wrong. What do you even do when you lose a Nuzlocke early like that? Just start over? I guess, yeah, I guess. I guess that would be... I guess that would be like the easy answer, right? If it's that early, you can just be like, let's try again. Yeah, either that or you're just like, you know what? Maybe it's not the time. Oh, not the flinch. I feel like if I did lose at this point, I don't know if I would just start over. I would probably be like, you know what? Let's play something else. I would be like, you know what? Maybe we play something else. Now what? If we don't get the parts, we're in for it. Ah, I didn't even count on being meddled with by some meddling kid. Oh shit. I came to see what was taking so long to snatch those parts, and you simps are held up by a mere child? We are Team Aqua and we love the sea, and I am Team Aqua's leader, Archie. What makes you interfere with us? No, you can't be. You're not one of Team Magma. Wait, that can't be right. You're not dressed for the part. Pokemon people, all life depends on the sea, so Team Aqua is dedicated to the expansion of the sea. Don't you agree? What we're doing is a magnificent undertaking. Ah, fine. You're still too young to understand our noble objective. But I warn you, don't even consider interfering with our plans again. The consequences will cost you dearly. And don't you forget it. Oh, I thought we were gonna fight. You're, okay. You're gay. Anyway, that was a tense situation. Thank you for saving us. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that you even brought the parts from Devon. Yeah, my dad. Whoops, there's no time to lose. We have to set out on our ocean floor expedition really soon. Thanks again, but now I've got to go. Feel free to wander around and check out our facilities though. Oh, thanks for the healing. So we didn't die. We love that. I feel like I'd just be like, fuck it, it's not a Nuzlocke anymore. Let's bust the boys out of heaven. Yeah, I guess I could do that too. Didn't think about it like that. Just like, you know what? Maybe we don't do a Nuzlocke after all. Maybe... Oh, the SS Anne. I love how these early titles kind of reference each other. I love that. SS Title. Submarine Explorer. It did blow me away how in this game you can go like... You can go on like... underwater, you know? That was pretty iconic. Oh, hello. Huh, I'm not sure I met you. Nope, I'm sure I've met you before. Have I introduced myself to you? If not, my name is Scott. I just saw Team Aqua run away from here just like they were stung. Let me guess, you drove them away? Maybe, just maybe this trainer. Alright, I think you're going to become a good friend. So let's register each other in our Pokénavs. This Scott person. What I'd like to do is tag along with you, but I do want to keep an eye on the talents of other people too. So I'll be off to roam other towns a bit more. Be seeing you, gay. Okay, I guess I don't have a say in whether or not we're gonna be friends. I guess I don't have a say in whether or not I want to interchange phone numbers with these people. Got some great balls. Super potions. Antidotes. Some escape ropes. Some repels. At least they're not calling you all the time like in Crystal. That's true. That is very true. I loved Pokemon. I played Silver, I think. I loved it. Silver was so good. Gen 2 is so fun. My Pokemon totally rules. It's cooler than any Pokemon. I was lipping off with a swagger in my step. Okay, whatever. Do I want this? What the hell is swagger? Oh, confuses the foe, but also sharply raises attack. Oh, I don't want that. What? No? Can't you get into the spirit of things? I don't wanna. I'm the chairman of the Pokemon fan club. Being the chairman, I'm naturally the most important. No one can best me when it comes to raising Pokemon. No one. Let me tell you about Pokemon contests. They're events where one can show off Pokemon for the world to see. They're held in far-off towns, so I cannot participate often enough. That's why we gather here to show off our Pokemon. Okay, cool. That's why I didn't add anyone. Like, whenever they would be like, can I get your number? And I'd be like, no. I'd be like, no, I don't want your number. Because I knew that they were annoying like that. Your Pokemon adores you. For you, the most compassionate trainer, a gift from the fan club. Oh, the soothed bell. Okay. I'm getting all these items. That calms spirits and fosters friendship. Aww. Cute. Oh, that's to change nicknames? Not that I need to, because all my nicknames are great. The battle tent. Is this like a good way to train? Oh hey, if it isn't gay, let me guess. You're going to take the battle tent challenge? That's a good idea. That's a really great idea. After all, a tough trainer is perfect fit for the battle tent. Give it your best effort. How does this work? I forget. Who knows, I might even get to like them. You can battle all you want here, even if you don't have any tough Pokemon. I couldn't find in myself any Pokemon that were like for me, so I figured like, hey, I should file a complaint to the guy there, and he wouldn't hear me out. Like, hey, so like, total bummer, man. Just like you, zip it, you know? Just like, you know, take this. What? Torment? Okay. Okay, leave me alone. The bottle swap rules are listed. Okay, what is this? Basic rules. I don't know if I want to partake in this. I don't know if I want to partake in that. I'm just bushed. I hiked over from Mauville City, but boy, the city's huge. If I'd known this, I would have ridden my bike here. Oh, they're building the title here. Ferry service isn't available. Yeah, going underwater was like such a big deal for me. I remember being like, oh my god, you can go underwater. Just like you were wowed by being able to swim and dive, brought me back to when Gen 2 came out and my tiny child brain got blasted apart by the day-night cycle. Oh my god, yeah. Like, there's different Pokemon. Pew, 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 pew. Ooh. Wait, do I want to catch a Pokemon here? Can I even catch a Pokemon here? Okay, we'll try that after our very short commercial break. Go piss, girl. Go eat, girl. Go stretch, girl. And I'll be right back. Ooh. And we're back in the game. So, oh, hello, gay. It's Lola. Who the fuck is Lola? Girl, I don't care. Anyway, this is route 110. So we're gonna have to remember when you come back here that we're gonna try to catch a new friend here. Ooh, Electrike. All right. Do we now have a? Oh, it's our first Thundurus. Our first Thundurus Pokemon. Justice for Diane. Okay, Thundurus friend. Okay, we're gonna go with Gunenbader for this one. They really said this one. What is this Pokemon? It's an electric one. Electrike? Okay, yeah. they had that as the name. Oh, please don't kill it. Oh. 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 I didn't mean to do that. Oh. 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 No. Come on. Ooh. Okay. Electrike, a lightning Pokemon. It generates electricity using friction from the atmosphere. In seasons with especially arid air, its entire body blazes with violent showers of sparks. What should we name it? Why is my first instinct to say vibrator? Doesn't even make sense. I just thought of like electricity, charging batteries, charging vibrator. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go with vibrator. Yep. Yay, new friend. The question is, do we want to replace anyone? Because here's my thing. I do feel like we have a pretty solid team as we do right now. I do feel like we would be good having an electric type. I do think that we could probably do without Bra for a second, because Hole for Pole for the time being kind of covers the basis on like having psychic powers while also covering like flying, which we don't have any other flying types. So we could potentially put Vibrator on the team instead of Bra, just for us to have a little bit of a wider variety in types, if that makes sense. I mean, listen, putting Pokemon in the PC isn't a bad thing unless they're going into heaven, which is not the case. So it's good to have like options, you know? I'm gonna organize them by like level. It's good to have options, right? Almost like a B team. So, yeah. I think I kind of want to do that for the time being. We do need to level up a little bit. And I do think it might take us a little longer now. I do think this is a good place to do that in. Oh, we could have gotten a Gulpin. Oh. Gulpin is so cute. Look at that precious friend. The little pouting. Please. What a cutie. Oh, not the poison gas. No. Okay. Is Psychic good against poison? I forget. I forget if Psychic is good against it or if poison is good against Psychic. I always forget which way it goes. Okay. I made the right choice. I made the right choice here, honey. I don't want to risk any deaths by poison. So we can go into cycling. Oh, hello. Oh, gay, imagine seeing you here. And where my may be? Oh, I see, you two are running separately. Well, that's fine. Oh yes, I heard that your Pokénav had the match call system installed. Well then, I should register you in my Pokénav as well. That way, even when we're apart, I can rate your Pokédex anytime. Yeah. Gay, please keep an eye out for my May. Well, I better get going. See you again, Big Gay. Is it a bad idea for me to go further ahead? I guess I'll try going for one of them. Pokefan Isabel. Okay, we're still like around the same level frame. So I think we're still good for a minute. I was afraid of doing a double battle and it being like 2 level 20s or something. So I think we'll be good. It's just a little easier to train Pokemon when you do trainer battles rather than like regular battles, I guess. I'm still pondering whether this was a good idea or not, because Vibrator is still level 12. So I feel like that's still like a pretty big like level difference from the others. So I'm kind of like, do I want to go through the work of leveling up Vibrator right now? I guess it is good to have the different options. It is good to have that going on for me. Come on, Gym Bud. Get him good. Ooh. No, all of them are like registering themselves. God. Wait, am I technically allowed to catch a Pokemon at the... Oh, yeah, this counts as like 109. Yeah, I don't want like a Tentacool though. I'll wait until we can get something better. When cute Pokemon help each other, you won't see another adorable sight. Or a more adorable sight. Yeah, this would have worked better for them if this was like a double battle and they had like the helping hand of it all and all that stuff. But no helping hands here, honey. No, no. Not on my watch. Burn it down. No, stop using orange berries. Only I can do that. Oh, the cock is paralyzed. Oh no. The cock is paralyzed. Oh no. Okay, not the back-to-back. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you shitting me? Can you fucking not? Oh, of course. Shit. No. I knew it was gonna happen too. I just knew it. I knew it. So fucking rude. Plusle is so cute. That didn't work. Flip-flop. Nice try. Rude ass. No. Ooh. I'm going so quiet. Oh my god. I'm just like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Work. Yeah. Oh, the cock grew to level 16. Oh. You can do pet. Oh. Okay. Oh, the cock is evolving. Queen, 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 queen. Oh, what a big cock we got there. Combuskin. Yeah. Ooh, double kick. Oh, I'll get rid of focus energy in 2 seconds. Does that mean... I mean, we probably can replace Gym Bud then at some point. If you think about it. Combuskin does look especially cock-like. It really does. Yeah. Yeah, it really does. It really does. 3 steps to the right and 2 steps to the front to reach the wondrous trick house. I'm afraid of going that much further, because I feel like going further than that is just going to be dangerous territory. And I really don't want to risk it. Because all it takes is us getting into like one battle that's like a little ahead of what we're at right now, and everything will go down the drain. So I don't know what would be the correct thing to do right now for us to get a few more levels. .103. So this would technically be another zone. I'm gonna try. We'll see. I mean, I could just like look it up and see how strong everyone is here, but I feel like that kind of takes away from the drama. Shroomis's face is so cute. Just a grumpy boy. Just a little grumpy boy. If you look closer, he's actually sad, not grumpy. Feel sad, please. No. I don't wanna. Hey, Miss Planet. How are you doing on this day? Oh, Miss Rosalia. An icon. She's fucking zooted. Look at her eyes. She's zooted. She's such a queen, though. No, not the stun spore. How's your Saturday going? She is. She is just living her best life. Okay, everyone's level 16 here. We love to see it. Except for Vibrator. We need to be like level 20 though. We battle together as one team. Yeah. I love the amount of double battles that we get to do. Makes me very happy. Ooh, Hope for Pole should not be here. Thank you so much for the sub to Coochie Muncher. Thank you so much. Oh my god, Coochie Muncher. Enjoy your subscription. Oh my god. I hope you enjoy your subscription as much as you enjoy munching coochies. Thank you for that passion. Project Coochie. My OnlyFans. Oh my god. Did y'all see? Like, Twitch is going through it. They just had a bunch of layoffs. So wild. And then, like, also some people left too. Like, I know that I think either there's only one person left from like the original founders of Twitch, or like the last person left or something like that. So I saw some people kind of talking about that on socials, about how it's like Twitch is like officially going like full corporate, I guess. I don't know how that will impact creators. We shall see, right? Yeah, exactly. It comes to no surprise, especially because Amazon themselves had a bunch of layoffs, so it's not exactly surprising. I agree. Especially because I feel like Twitch has always had a reputation of like not being profitable, so it's not really surprising, right? That that would happen. If it happened on Amazon, it would happen on Twitch as well. So yeah. Not the cute, charm, infatuated cock. Please. Not this. No. Everyone stop registering yourselves on my Pokenav. Do that challenge. Oh my god. How was Poke Park yesterday, Passion? I got to catch quite a bit of your stream. I hope that I know you said you wanted to like finish it or something, so I hope you got to make some juicy progress on it. The pussy infatuated the cock. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Oh, of course we got fucking poisoned by like a singular move. Why do you hate it? You did this. You know, I'm still allowed to hate it. I'm still allowed to hate it. Last time I checked. Ooh. Oh, I was not expecting it to attack me. Okay, maybe we change. Maybe we change to someone else. But do y'all think the new Twitch changes are gonna? Because some people are already being like, oh, it's the beginning of the end for Twitch and all that stuff. Like, do you think that's actually the case, or do you think Twitch is like never gonna die because you can't just destroy evil like that? Not evil, you know what I mean. I'm not trusting anything until the site actually fully goes down. Yeah, that's true. People do love to catastrophize. Apparently, Facebook gaming is on their way out, from what I understood from... I think they're not, like, accepting any more partner applications or something like that, because they're getting... I think they're either getting rid of the partner program, or it's, like... something like that, so... That's true. Twitter's been dying for months, and this is the 4th time TikTok is getting banned, yeah. I do think this is the closest TikTok could get to getting banned, but apparently the politicians who were trying to get TikTok banned made fools out of themselves. So there's that. I've always found very interesting how, like, American politicians were like, what? TikTok is stealing our information. And it's like, as if, like, Facebook isn't, as if Google isn't. Like, it's just like I mean, but it's not surprising to us that we know the politicians love to pick and choose their battles. As if they're not already spying on everyone with the NSA. Listen. It's... I don't understand. It's the same energy as, like, there's this TV host slash personality here. She basically runs a TV channel here. Oh, that was a lot, Robin. That was a lot. And she basically went to Parliament and she was like, we need to, like, make it so we implement laws on social media usage so that people, like, there's, you know, real life repercussions or whatever. And then she literally is in charge of a reality show where they had someone literally display... Oh, this was a horrible idea. Why did I do that? Literally displaying blatant misogyny, sexism, and homophobic behavior, and has done nothing to stop it or to punish it in any way. So it's like, you know, it's, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, rich people and politicians, they never really have the people's interests in mind. They only have their own. And then people were talking about the hypocrisy of, like, the politicians complaining about TikTok stealing their information, then during the same live feed getting up and unlocking their phone with their faces, and people were like, you can't make this up. Like, you just can't make this up. It's like, what are we doing? them being like, why does why does TikTok need to track where our eyes are? Why does it need to do that? Well, because of the filters. Well, okay. And then they unlock their phone with their face. Like, you just can't make this up. They really almost killed my vibrator. Can you believe? Let's plant some berries. Oh, I just remembered what it was that I wanted to stream. It was Animal Crossing. I did put a very cute Pro controller on my throne. So I can play, I can get back into Animal Crossing without suffering from the Joy-Con drift and all that bullshit. And also, I would be able to use it on my PC for like Nintendo-related emulation things. So, yeah. Down the line, I've been thinking of also putting in like a Wii U or like a Wii Joy-Con, not a Joy-Con, controller thing for emulating purposes as well. Yeah. That could be fun, getting into like some Wii titles that I've never gotten into. Let me know if this is a little too much, but part of me kind of wants to get a rechargeable vibrator because I never remember to keep batteries in the house. But I don't want the awkwardness of just having to sit around with my dick plugged into the wall. It's not too much. I wasn't expecting that out of nowhere. Rechargeable for sure. Or alternatively, rechargeable batteries, so you can charge the batteries instead of charging the vibrator. Something to think about. We were talking about vibrators dying, that's true. Yeah, that's what I did, because my first camera that I got for YouTube purposes, it used like AA batteries. So instead of me just like buying a bunch, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna buy rechargeable ones. They eventually broke. I think the charger broke at some point, so I just, gave up on them. But it is a good idea to have like rechargeable batteries for sure. Hey, P Diddle. Good to see you. We're gearing up right now to get into gym number 2. We've overwalked a little bit. Wait, we can probably catch another Pokemon here, right? Does it count as a different route? I guess not. Slayport, 1010. I guess it still counts as like 1010 or 110. Interesting. Do I want to go in here? Is this too dangerous? You're being watched. How did you know I concealed myself beneath this desk? You're sharp. Behold, for I am the greatest living mystery of a man in all of Hoenn. They call me the Trick Master. Wahahaha, glad to meet you. You've come to challenge my trick house, haven't you? That's why you're here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Consider your challenge accepted. Enter through the scroll there and let your challenge commence. I shall be waiting in the back. Oh, bye. Bye, Bald. I'm gonna try. I'll do the first battle, and then if they're a bit too strong, then I'll just get away. Well, I can't run away, but you know, surely I'll be able to make it. Okay, we're, you know, we're a little too close for comfort there with the... The levels are exactly the same as ours, so I think we can slowly but surely get into this trick house. I think we might be fine. Is Psychic good against grass? Yes. It is. Yes, it is. What are you up to, P. Diddle? It's good to see you. Yeah. Oh yeah, we need to think of things for channel points. Because I did think about it last time of y'all saying that it would be nice to have more things to spend the channel points in, but I honestly have zero ideas. So if you have any ideas of like anything you would like to personally see, definitely let me know. Playing some Twilight Princess, ooh, because you have a split shift. Ooh. Okay, thank you for the hydrate. I will do the. Can I do the photo card of the day after I come back from break? Because we're already kind of close to the next break, so is it okay if I do it on my way back? Okay, yeah. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'll do it. If I don't remember, if I don't say anything about it like before I go into the break, please remind me. No, I don't know, because you could have been like close to like getting back into work or something like that. So I wanted to make sure that you would still be around for the photo card of the day redemption. We definitely need something because I've built up over 600k. Yeah. Some sound alerts might be fun. Yeah. Sound alerts could be cute. I don't know what, because my idea is always like sound alerts would be fun to do like for like bits. Like you know, like a jump scare or like something like that. But I'm not sure. What would y'all like? Based off of like, you know, the things that we get ourselves into and like our little inside jokes and stuff. You'll have a little brainstorm. Kiwi on the sticks. If y'all are not following Kiwi, y'all are missing out. But she has some stuff like that where one of hers is like people put her on timeout. So they literally, it changes into a scene where her microphone is muted and she's like in a corner and there's like kind of like it's like a circle and it's like crossed. So like she's like in timeout and there's like a, I think maybe like a minute timer or something where like whenever she says something not out of line, but you know, when she's doing too much, people are like, oh, go on timeout, and she's like stuck in timeout for like a minute. I don't want to like fully rip off that idea, but I think it could be cute. I don't know how to set up like scene changes and stuff with channel points. I would have to look into it, but I think it could be interesting to do stuff like that where maybe for like a really high amount we could we could do some sort of like scene change type of moment. Oh my god, that would be funny. Like it just plays like the over like whatever scene I'm in. Like the TikTok meme. It just does the Girls' Generation like intro, like as the jail bars come down. That would be really funny. Just like for the remainder of that, and then we go back to normal or something. That's funny. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. That's actually really funny. I want to take notes on my phone, but I'm too slow because I'm old. I'm so old. Girls' Generation. TikTok. Jail. Meme. Scene for channel points. There you go. I'll definitely look into how to make that work. You never need a timeout. Yes, I do. No, I saw it. Yeah. I thought it was funny. I think I recognized it because I think you had the same name as you do on my Discord. So I could tell it was you. So there's no worries there. Yeah, what else could we do? What else could be fun? Like what I keep thinking of stuff that other people have done. So, and I don't want to copy them, you know, like changing to a scene where it would be kind of like a dance party, but I want to be more unique. I want to be more like, you know, something that's more like us, you know. I'm sure we'll think of stuff naturally, I guess. But that's a really good idea, the jail thing. I have thought about it before, but then I talked myself out of it, like, oh, I don't know how to do it. Oh my god, it would be too much work, whatever. So I'll look into it. That one sounds really funny. I saw someone, I sent it to some people. I saw someone build like little like a little jail, like little jail bars for their photo card and putting the photo card in the jail cell. I thought that was really funny. From Girlicious, please. She's so sexy. She's so hot. I really like when you used to do tarot readings. Do you want to do those again, or was it too annoying for you? You know what it is? I think whenever I was into my tarot phase, I think it felt really genuine, me being like, "Ooh, I'm really interested in it and I really want to do it." But the problem is, I think doing it out of nowhere just, I don't know, it just feels kind of like, it's not like I'm faking it, but it feels a little like, I feel like it has to be like the right vibe, and I feel like it has to be the right mood. And I feel like if you know, we're like shaking our tits and like playing like, you know, a random game, and then all of a sudden being like, oh, a terror reading. It just feels like I have to like kind of reshift my mindset, or, you know, because I take them very seriously, right? So I think for me, it would be kind of that of like all of a sudden making that like shift in mindset, I guess. I really did like doing the tarot readings for sure. I did really enjoy those. What's up here? It could be interesting if we could have like maybe like we could unlock things, like for example, my one of the lovely people that I do miss from Twitch, Ophelia, she used to have a redemption where people would redeem for her to watch an episode of like a 2000s reality show. So she would watch like an episode of like Next, or she would watch an episode of like Room Raiders or something like that. So I think it could be fun if we had like maybe something that's like maybe 100k or maybe 10k channel points or something like that could be redeemed like once a stream. And maybe if we unlock that, we watched an episode of something, or we did a thing like at the end of the stream. Doesn't necessarily need to be like us watching something, but maybe it would unlock like a special thing that stream or something like that. We could have one for file names, like spend 3k to name the next Pokemon or game character. Ooh, that is a good idea. That is actually a good idea. Like naming a character or something like that. And maybe we could have some sort of like, I could choose from that pool. Like if a bunch of people redeem that, or if people redeem a bunch or something like that, then anytime I need to pick something, I just pick from that pool. That could be a good idea. That could be cute. I'll write that down as a maybe. That's cute. Not the mutual, like, not the mutual status effects. Yes, Kitty is so cute. I feel like I've never like really used a Skitty before. Because I always feel like by the time I get here, I'm probably using a Zigzagoon. So like I wouldn't get a Skitty because I would be like, oh, I already have a normal type. You know what I mean? That would be kind of like my mindset. If I played Pokemon, I literally would only pick the cute ones. That's fair. That's fair. To me, it's just like sometimes I'm a little lazy to like get a new Pokemon and be like, oh, I have to retrain it. And it's either that or like I catch all the Pokemon that I get and then I burn myself out by training every single one of them to be the exact same level at a time period. So Nuzlockes are really good for me because of that. Because I get to just like have restrictive choices and I can just go from like the small pool of choices that I'm allowed to do. What is a Nuzlocke? So a Nuzlocke is was basically a type of game mode created by someone with that name, and I think they ended up being kind of problematic because I think it came from like so they played the game and then they would have a comic or something like that, and the comic apparently was like pretty problematic. But essentially what it is you have to nickname every Pokemon so that you develop more of an emotional tie to your Pokemon. You're only allowed to catch the first Pokemon that you find in a particular area, except for like, you know, if it's a duplicate, you can try again until you get a different one. And then what it means is if your Pokemon dies, you have to either put it in a box and not touch it, or you have to like release it. And then that's basically it. It's like Pokemon hard mode. So you like, if your Pokemons die, you can't use them. You have to catch the first Pokemon from like a particular area. So you don't have really much of a choice about like what Pokemon you get. And you have to nickname everyone. That's basically it, I think. Did I forget anything? Some people add other restrictions, like, you know, you can't go to, you know, you can only go to a Pokemon Center once, or you can't use any items or whatever, but for the most part, that's like the most popular, like the most popular choices are basically those. No, you're fine, don't worry about it. So it's basically just Pokemon hard mode. So that's why you have to like be very careful, and then you have more limited, you don't really have much of a choice. Oh, and then a thing is also like, if I find, for example, a Pokemon that I don't have yet, and I have an opportunity to catch it, if I accidentally kill it, or if I miss my chance to catch it, then I can't catch any other Pokemon in that particular area. You know what I mean? Which has happened to us a couple times already, unfortunately. That's essentially it, I think. It's fun. I like doing it because it's a different. It adds a little bit of a challenge. Not even just a challenge, because I don't really care about, like, you know, a game being difficult or whatever. To me, it's more like, it's fun. I'm very indecisive and it's very difficult for me to make choices, so I like to give myself little restrictions on things so that I can, you know, I have less choices to pick from. You know, something that I used to do, actually, now that I remember, when I wanted to play a game and I didn't know what, I would take every single game out of the shelf and I would put it on my bed, and then I would like I would like eliminate one at a time. Like, okay, that one I don't, this one is a maybe, this one is a maybe, this one is a maybe, and then I would like pit them against each other. Okay, like from these two I would rather this one, and then from those two I would rather, it would be like a mini tournament that I would do. And then sometimes by the time I got to the game, I would be like, I don't know, I feel like I don't want to play this anyway, or I would play it for like 5 minutes. That's how bored I would be at times. Like, I would take every single game out of the desk, or out of the shelves, I mean, and I would be like, okay, this one or this one, and I would do like a little tournament between the choices that I had available to me. Anyone else used to do that? Anyone else? Just me? I think it could be fun. I've seen a couple of those on TikTok where there's like filters where you have to pick between like different, like they tell you like this song or that song, and you pick one, and it makes like a whole like tournament like grid. And I know that there's the same website that does the tier lists. I know you can also do little tournament brackets, so that could also be an interesting thing for us to do on stream. Okay, y'all, I can't snooze the ads any longer, so I'm gonna take a short little breakiana. When I return, I'm gonna do photo card of the day, so make sure to take care of yourselves, and when I return, I'll do photo card of the day, and we'll do more Pokemon. Welcome back. So we have photo card of the day. So this is from ATEEZ's, I think, debut album. I forgot the name of it already. I think it's the Treasure album. But we have, this is another instance of me, showing y'all 2 photo cards. So we got a photo card. I mean, this is more of like a group photo. So I don't. That's why I am. That's why I'm showing 2 photo cards, because they're from the same album. So we have the group shot, and then the individual is Ouyang. Look at him. Out in the sun, out in Morocco, in the deserts. And there you have it. Gotta get Ariana in here so the webcam will focus, please. If I were to listen to ATEEZ, which song should I start with? What do you usually listen to? It really depends. Because they have a lot of different styles. Like, if you like upbeat, I think Wave would be cute. It's like summery. That whole era with like Utopia and stuff is really fun. Illusion is also very fun in that like upbeat, summery vibes. If you like a little bit more like epic drama, Wonderland is the one. If you like, I mean, honestly, if you want, we could do like a whole ATEEZ marathon, and we could just like watch all of the music videos. And we could just watch all of their music videos in a stream. I know I wouldn't mind that. But yeah, that's photo card of the day. I can show it again, so y'all get a good view of the two photo cards from the same album. Ugh. There you go. You're more of a girl group gal. That's fair. A lot of people do prefer girl groups. And that's totally fine, because everyone has different tastes. I do tend to go for more of like boy groups, because I think like K-pop boy groups are very different from like Western boy groups, in the sense of like they have interesting concepts and they do interesting things with their vocals, with their fashions and stuff like that. So it feels more of like I can get a little bit more androgynous content from boy groups, and very interesting fashions and stuff and all of that stuff. I do lean towards performances. So ATEEZ are like really, really good performers. So even if a song doesn't catch me at first, like the performances always sell me on it. You know what I mean? I know the music is very loud right now. I'm sorry about that. So yeah. Yeah, if you enjoy fun, Eternal Sunshine is lovely. Wave. If you enjoy sexy, they have Deja Vu, Cyberpunk. They have like more sexy vibes. Take Me Home is cute. If you are more into like upbeat, they have a song called Fireworks. Honestly, I can just do like a whole we can just do a whole marathon at some point if you want. Usually like at the beginning of the streams and in my breaks and stuff, I just play my library. So you can see like in the corner, usually it will tell you like what song is playing. So if any song ever catches your ear, you can just be like, oh, okay, that's cute. So yeah. There's that. Okay. Should we head back? Thank you for redeeming that, by the way. I appreciate it. Let's head on back to more Pokemon. Took me all night to plan these. You're almost my equal in greatness by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fine, you've earned this reward. Rare candy. Scrub that smug smirk from your face. It's much too early to think you've won. I'll make new tricks to stump you, I will. You may mock me only when you're done. Come back for the next exciting installment. Oh, can we just like come back here and train here endlessly? Is that a thing? Or maybe they're going to be higher level when we do return. For the next time, I'll use this trick and that scheme and those. If I may say so, it's brilliantly difficult even for me. What? Oh, it's you. I'm in the midst of devising new trickery challenges. It's not much to ask for a bit of time to think, is it now? You wouldn't begrudge me that. Come back in a little while. Okay. We'll try again later if I remember to do so. What are our levels like? Yeah, we still need to get to like level... I think level 18, 19. I think 19 was the highest for the second gym. So I really want us to be at that level. I don't want to go this way too much because I know that there's going to be a rival battle if we go too much in that direction. So I think we're just going to have to rely on these tall grasses for a minute and just do that. I know you also said something about doing smash or pass. Is that something that y'all would be interested in, like, maybe for a particular amount of points? Oh, that, I don't know, that could go wrong very quickly. If y'all, like, type in a name under that and I say smash or pass. I don't know, that feels a little... I don't know if I should do that. I've done Pokemon Smash or Pass. I wouldn't mind doing Smash or Pass for like famous people, because it's also like, you know, they're rich. They can, you know, they can get over me saying pass and it wouldn't matter. Although also my standards are pretty low, so I would say Smash quite often. To be honest. I could do that. I've only done the Pokemon one because I saw Passion doing it and I thought it would be fun to do it myself. There's I saw there's like a little challenge thingy that's like you have like 25 minutes and you have to name to see how many Drag Race girls you can name under 25 minutes or something like that. So I think that could be fun. K-pop Smasher Pass. Oh, we could do like those K-pop games as well. Like oh my god, what is it called? Drop or Bop? No, that's not the name. Drop one, save one. Like they have all those like different little games. We could have like a channel point for that, and maybe we could like do one of those videos. Maybe like if it's redeemed at the beginning of the stream, we could do it at the beginning of the stream, and if it's redeemed, we could maybe do it like in the middle or towards the end or something like that. Is that something they all would be interested in, like a K-pop game redemption thingy? Because that could be interesting. Because they do like, so those little K-pop game videos are like, it's a video that will play like 2 different songs and you have to pick which one you would drop and which one you would save, I guess. And then they do that for like also like groups, or they do that for like they have like that for different things, like having to guess the dance based off of like the silhouettes, or guessing the song based off of like a 30 or like a 10-second random clip or something. They also have ones that it's like they play a pop song and then a K-pop song and you have to pick which one you would want. So that could be cute. I'll write that down as a suggestion. Listen, I can always add things to the channel points, and then if people want it, they can do it, and if not, then they can just, you know, it can just stay there for whoever wants to use it. So channel point ideas. Let me write it down. Naming a Pokemon and character, Girl Generation jail meme, K-pop game video. I'll write these down and then I'll make them happen. And then if they get redeemed, then they get redeemed, and if not, then that's fine. This is one of the situations where if I had a second camera, I could have like a little corner of my desk where the photo card of the day would be like, after it was redeemed, I could have it like in there the whole stream. Like a little, like how people have like a pet cam or something like that. I could just have like a photo card of the day like in the corner or something. But yeah, I decided I would get over myself and I would put stuff on the throne. So I added like a handful of things. I added like a desk, like a mini tripod for the desk, so that I could put in like a second webcam. I could put in my phone, So it's a mini tripod that I could use for a situation like that, where I could even take like my webcam as is, and I could, you know, use it for like, you know, I don't know, for like unboxings or anything like that, you know what I mean? And I added a controller, like a pro controller for the Switch, like a pink one. I thought it was cute. What else did I add? Oh, I added the BTS Lego set that I would build on stream, obviously. That one is €100, so I was thinking of making that one like a community thing that people could pitch into. So I think I'm gonna change that. I might change that one so that it would be like, you know, people could pitch money into that one. What else did I put in there? I don't remember. I don't remember everything, but you can do exclamation point throne, and you can check it out. You can suggest things as well that you think I would like or think would be good things for stream or whatever, and I could always consider your suggestions. I was thinking I could also put stuff in there for like, you know, like cosplay pieces. Like I could put a pink wig on there, and like every time we would play like a Sonic game, I could play as like dressed as Amy or something like that. So I think that could be cute. Just like little things like that. I think it would be fun. If they're more like stream related, I think I have less of a guilt associated with it, rather than just me putting like I don't know, like a K-pop album on there or something like that, you know what I mean? For like personal purposes, you know? Which there's also no shame in that. It's like, it's supposed to be a wish list, so like it wouldn't necessarily be wrong of me to do that, but I would rather put stuff that would be like enjoyed in a stream scenario. Oh, I put in Pokemon Diamond, the Brilliant Diamond remake, on there, so I would play that on stream for sure. I would do a Nuzlocke of that. I think that's about it. Do you have another childhood stuffed animal that you could put the wig on? I don't. I don't. I don't. Oh, there you go. The bot just did it for me. I was thinking of putting other, like, I was thinking of just putting games in there in general, as far as like maybe games that I want to stream. And instead of putting in like a physical copy, I could put in like and even like if a particular game that I really want is on sale, I could put in like the sale price for it or something, or I could just put the regular price. So yeah, can we get a redeem for a cameo from Miss Tediana with the wig? Not Tediana. We could. Would it be like Tediana says hi and I would like pick her up and I would when I return from a break, I just as like a song plays, I have Tediana on camera or something. Okay, I'll add that to my list. I hope I remember what Tediana says hi means. I also love that. What a great idea. I can get enough Tediana, please. I love how much you love her. I got rid of the wig redemption as well because I don't know, I just felt like the old redemptions that I had were very like, it felt like dance monkey dance kind of thing, you know what I mean? Where it was like, sometimes I really liked how my hair turned out that day and I would have to ruin it by putting the wig on, and sometimes it would be too hot for that, sometimes it would be too annoying for that, so I reserved the wig moments for like charity things. Welcome back, Fergiana. Look at you going to the gym, being all productive. Oh my god, and Gym Bud is right here. What a coincidence, huh? Gym Bud is back, and so is Fergie. Interesting. Interesting. That's a way to have the wig involved without having to wear it. Yeah, I was thinking of, like, I could potentially in the future do, like, cosplays that involve having the blonde wig. I could definitely do that, and I could put in maybe, like, whatever top I would wear as, like, a thing on Throne. And then, like, if y'all get that, I could just wear that and do that cosplay or something. Haven't been to the gym since like November due to social anxiety. Nice. GG. That's so exciting. So proud of you. It was successful. Yeah. I love that. How does it feel to be iconic? How does it feel to be iconic in every way? Just like every other day. That's just your reality. That's just what it's like to be Fergie. I love. You started to watch Search for the Next Doll. Oh my god. That one is wild. It's funny because if you go back to watch that on YouTube, a lot of the comments are like, I don't know why they had them sing and dance when literally none of the dolls actually sang in the group. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Because I feel like at that point, it's like, if you add someone who's going to have singing lines before any of the other dolls, like, I would be upset. You know what I mean? If I was like, you know, Jessica or Ashley or Kimberly, where like they had no lines ever. Because Carmine and Melody had a couple lines here and there, but the other girls didn't. So it would be really sad if like this like random girl that they added in just like had more lines than they did. Which episode are you in? Oh, Odor Sleuth. Negates the foe's efforts to heighten evasiveness. I'll get rid of Sand Attack. I don't know. I'll not learn it. No. Yes, stop learning it. Oh, you finished it? Work. Iconic. You binge watched it? I kind of did that with Girlicious too. I would watch. Well, I didn't really do it like that. I watched like a couple episodes every day or so. The drama was too much. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I think about that when you get those K-pop stands where like my fave has one less line in this song than another member I'm writing. Like imagine introducing them to PCD. I know. Every time I think about like, oh, that member didn't sing, I'm always like, girl, I'm a Pussycat Dolls fan. I'm used to that shit. Hello, Shadow. What a good name. Welcome on in. How's it going? Hope you're having a good one. We're just chit-chatting, playing some Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. And yeah, that's about it. Just chilling on this Saturday. And mix. I remember here, like the week that their first song came out, I would hear different clips from that song on TikTok, and all of them sounded like a different song. And I was like, wait, what? Their previous songs are bad. Oh no. It was so weird. They released a song like literally a day or two after Twice released their last song, so it's like, what are we doing? Like, why would you do that to your own, like, groups? Like, why would you do that? I mean, to bring it back to, like, the Pussycat Dolls and Girlicious, like, Robin literally kept Girlicious in Canada so they wouldn't compete with the Pussycat Dolls. Meanwhile, you have, like, fucking JYP. Also, the K-pop stands, I feel like K-pop is very ahead of their time, because like, I feel like over here in the West, it's like in a group when someone does a solo project, everyone's like, oh, it's over for the group. But like in K-pop, they're like, oh no, they're doing a solo project, and then like in a month they're like the group is still active. Like, don't get me wrong. And it's like, that's so smart. Yeah, oh, I love a subunit moment too, yeah. I think Girlicious could compete with PCD. I don't know why they would. I mentioned it on my video, like, it makes no sense why they couldn't do like a conjoined tour where Girlicious would open for them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why that wouldn't be a thing, because it would be cross promotion, and you know, they're under the same label. It would be literally fine, but no. Twice coming with a Japanese subunit. Oh, are they really? Wait, I thought Momo was the only Japanese member. Oh, Sana and Mina are also Japanese girlies? Work. Someone clearly isn't a once here. I'm a very casual fan of Twice. I'm a very casual fan. We can tell. Why do you make it sound like it's a bad thing? That really surprised me when I first got into K-pop. Yeah. It was a good surprise when I got into it. I was like, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Like, why wouldn't you wanna, like, you know, I mean, in a way, it's like, it's kind of like horrid capitalism, but at the same time, it's like, why wouldn't you want to squeeze as much money out of, like, your artists under your label, right? Like, it makes perfect sense for you to be like, yeah, like, oh, the group is on break. Okay, let's do a solo project for you then. You know what I mean? Because you know, everyone benefits from it. Just beat my least favorite part of this game. Ooh. I feel like I should give Legend of Zelda a second chance. Because my first Legend of Zelda experience was Majora's Mask. So, as you can imagine, that didn't really leave me with the best first impression. So, you know, I think it would be interesting for me to get into, like, some of the more recent ones. I mean, y'all told me, I mean, I technically asked, like, is it okay if I start with Majora's Mask? No, I think I asked whether or not it was a direct sequel or something, and y'all were like, no, it's fine, you don't need to have played a different game. To be fair, this was at a time where I would have a list of games and I would randomize my choices. So it was a culmination of bad decisions, okay? What I used to do, this was like back in 2020. I used to have like a list of like maybe like 100 to 200 games, and we would like randomize the list, and I would get like maybe 3 or 4 options out of it, and then we would do a poll, and then people could and then people voted for more like people voted for like which one I would play. So that's how Majora's Mask happened. Big mistake. Huge. The best one to start with now is Breath of the Wild or Twilight Princess if you like more open world. If you like more linear, A Link Across Worlds was actually delightful. That actually sounds more lovely to me, like a more linear experience. Which one is that? Was that on the GameCube? Was that on the Wii? Also, I mean, to be fair, very rarely you're gonna get an N64 experience. Like, if you don't have the nostalgia for N64, chances are you're not gonna love the experience, because the N64 era is just like not the most like polished. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a DS one? Ooh. Interesting. I'm interested in trying like the OGs as well. Like I'm very interested in just like trying out a bunch of different stuff. There's a lot of games that I wanna get into, you know. I will say the same for PS1 games. Like I have a special like connection with PS1 games because I grew up with it. But I understand that showing a PS1 game to someone and being like, "Oh, you're gonna love it." I don't know if it will necessarily happen because there's a lot of things that could make the experience like not enjoyable for a first timer. I mean, it's the same reason why I never recommend Final Fantasy VIII, even though it's my favorite. I never recommend it to someone who's like playing it for the first time, because I'm like, it's not a good experience for a first timer, you know? There's literally so many games that I want to play, y'all. And I always end up like it's funny, I have so many games that I haven't played, but at the same time we've kind of been falling back into like me replaying stuff that I've played before. Like Pokemon Emerald and Kingdom Hearts and shit like that, and it's like, well, you know, that's fine. I hope that bite wouldn't kill me. My problem with Majora's Mask, though, was that, well, it was most of it, actually. It was the fact that it was kind of, like, open-worldy, but not really. But also the fact that there was, like, the constant, like, repetition of, like, having to go back and forth within the time frames and all that shit. Like, it just really threw me off. Like, the repetition of it all just really got to me. I'll pass on that one. I'll pass on Banjo-Kazooie. That was... I remember liking it at first, but then the more that I played it, the more that I think especially the end, like that ending section of it was really painful. No, I'm just expressing it to people who may have not known the joke. For people who don't know, I did a first playthrough of Banjo-Kazooie and I suffered. And it's like, it's become like an infamous game in here where everyone is like, no, I ended up pulling up the, I was like, if I die, I'm gonna pull it up on YouTube, and I think I just randomly got it. So I don't think we ended up having to pull it up. Like, I think I pulled it up, but I don't think I ended up having to use the video because... Wait. Oh, no. You know what it was? I was gonna watch a YouTube video of it, but then I saw how to properly beat the boss, and I was like, wait, let me try this again. And then I did, and then we didn't have to watch it. I think that's what it was. Because that final boss was nasty. I called her Cantilda because it was so fucking nasty, that boss fight. Hey D, fucking asshole. Not the skill issue. Rude ass. Hi D, how are you? Cemented by the had to look up the video. And I would do it again. Banjo-Kazooie is... I did not like it. So yeah, I ended up pulling up the video and then being like, oh, that's how you do it. And then I tried again and then I beat the boss. Oh no. No, that's actually not true. What happened was, I didn't know how many stages there were to the fight, right? Because I think there were like 2 or 3 different like stages. So I thought, I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. Like, I don't know how many more stages there are. So I pulled up the video and I was like, oh shit, I was at the last stage. So I tried it again, I think a couple more times, and then I got it. I think that's what it was. I just didn't know how many stages there were, and I was suffering a lot. And then I was like, oh, I'm not gonna give up. I'm like literally so close to beating this. So I tried a couple more times and then I got him. Yeah. Needless to say, I do not recommend Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie can fuck right off. I fucking hated that game. It was so... It was not a good time. Let me tell you a story. Uh-huh. No, it's true. It's true. Y'all, this is taking so long. I am so sorry that this is... this is a grinding stream. I mean, I shouldn't apologize, I guess. It's part of the experience. The music slaps though. Wait, for banjo? I remember enjoying the music, yeah. Stop apologizing, we're having fun, okay. I will. I picked up Persona 4 yesterday because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna beat it on stream. So I might as well just like play it on my own. So I played for like 5 minutes and then I got sleepy and then I went to bed. Or are we? Oh no. I unravel because of Fergie. You played Dead Space last night and you've never been more terrified? Oh no. Or no. Not that. Y'all, we're almost in April. I feel like this month just like fucking flew by. Tomorrow's Mama Ruby's birthday, so that's gonna be lovely. I'm pretty sure there's a vibrator out there called Thunderwave 3000. I hope so. Happy birthday to Mama Ruby. Yes. Should I put Thunderwave 3000 on the on throne? Should I do that? Well, not to me. Mama Ruby. Oh, okay. You're good. Mine is in May. Are you trying to level up your vibrator? I sure am. Yes, I am. May 5th. Yeah. You had to think about that. You know what it was? I was thinking about Cinco de Mayo, and I was gonna tell y'all that it was Cinco de Mayo, and people, my first group of friends when I started making content on YouTube, they made a joke. They used to make jokes about me being Mexican for some reason, and my birthday being on May 5th didn't help. Let's just say that. The 22nd. Aww. Cute. You're an August baby? When is everyone's birthday? Are you a Leo? Is that what that is? Wait, no. Leo is July, right? I don't know. I forget. May 1st. July to August is Leo. End of August, mid-September is Virgo. My brother is also a Virgo. He's August 28th. Oh yeah, I should have known. Yeah. I mean, a Virgo. I mean, a Virgo. What is that emote? Is that Palopples? I thought it was because it's so tiny on my end. I thought that was like Pepe the Frog, and I was like, Lisa kicking Millhouse. Iconic. Simpsons Hit and Run was cute. I enjoyed streaming that. It got a little... Oh, okay, that was one where I had to look up the end. Because I couldn't beat it. That one I did have to look up the ending because I couldn't beat it. That one was really, like, the ending for that was really, really difficult. That one I did have to look up the end. I do remember that. You never get used to it. Oh my god. Okay, everyone's level 17. GG. We have to be like level 19. So we still have a little ways to go. I might do a little bit of the grinding off stream though. Because I don't know if we're gonna have time to I don't know if we're gonna have time to get into gym number 2 today. It's not for a lack of trying, but you know. Do y'all have any juicy plans for this weekend? Today is mostly gonna be chill. I'll probably, if I feel up to it, I'll probably work on the little channel point redemptions that we were brainstorming earlier. So if you do have any ideas for things that you want to see for channel redemptions, let me know. And tomorrow, it's probably just gonna be a chill day. Probably gonna maybe order something for Mama Ruby for her birthday. And that's gonna be about it. It's gonna be mostly a chill time. Who the fuck is Elliot? Leave me alone. Your dad is coming to visit. Aww. A new TV. Aww. Nice. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, that was not good. Oh, that was not good. No, that not the poisonous fart. I'm gonna ask an unconventional question in a Twitch chat. Usually people ask like, what is a game that you would love to see me play sometime? I'm gonna ask the opposite. What is a game that you would be horrified? Not horrified, but what is a game that you would hate to see me play? Just because for some reason like you just despise a particular game, or you just like don't really like it, or if you see someone playing that, you're just like, oh, no thanks. Is there such a game for y'all? Usually for me, it's like if I see like Overwatch, I probably won't be clicking because I just, you know, the whole Activision Blizzard thing just like not, you know, makes me not wanna like support even like anyone who's playing it. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Either that, yeah, anything Activision Blizzard, honestly, I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to see it. Obviously, you know, Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, you said wow. I thought you were saying like wow at what I said. I thought you were like really impressed. I'm kidding. Yeah, anything FPS I usually won't be like clicking for. My thing is there's also like a few games that like I really want to play but I haven't yet, so I don't want to see those because I don't want to get spoiled. So there's like a ton of JRPGs that like I really want to play but I haven't. So if I see someone playing them, I probably won't click on it because I don't want to get them spoiled. So that's a thing. But other than that, there's not that many games that I'm just like, you know, I mean, I probably won't be, you know, lining up to see a Banjo-Kazooie stream just because I don't. But at the same time, like, I probably would, because it's not like a game that I would hate to watch. It's just a game that I hated experiencing. And maybe hate is a strong word. I just didn't, like, love it. But I'm glad I didn't see any games that I would be interested in streaming. Imagine y'all just list a bunch of games that, like, I wanted to play, and I'm like, oh. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. I'll probably discontinue my website. I'll probably just make like a link tree or something, and I'll discontinue the website. Just so I don't have to keep paying for the domain. It's probably just easier to have like a link tree or something that's like more straight to the point. Just has like all of the links in there. Rather than like keeping up with the website. So I'll probably look into that and discontinue that. I just remember that because I just saw the bot. I just saw the bot posting the link. Oh yeah, is anyone playing the Resident Evil 4 remake? The other day I was like, oh gee, I wonder what embargo it just lifted, because I like literally I would say 80 to 90% of the people that I follow were playing that, and I was like, oh, I wonder if people are allowed to stream that. I wonder if the embargo for that one lifted. I actually don't know if the game already came out or if people just got early keys. That's another thing with like streams, is that sometimes people get early copies and sometimes, you know, they buy them and the game comes out and stuff like that. So sometimes I'm unsure of when a game comes out because I'm like, wait, is it out or are people just like playing it right now? Is it like out in the wilds for like the streamers? I really want to play it. I did, I guess, like sign up to try to get a key. Apply, that's the word. I did apply to get a key. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'm not going to be like upset. You know what I mean? If I don't get it. Also, because we're chilling, we're having fun with Pokemon anyway, so I don't really mind that too much, you know? If I don't get it, it's not gonna be upsetting. It never should be, but sometimes there are situations where like, oh, that game would be really, really cool, and then you don't get it, and you're like, shit. You know? So there are situations like that where I feel like it's a little easier to take it personally. I try not to. I think, honestly, the break did me, and you know, with the extra week off, I guess, because of my wisdom tooth, it really helped me not necessarily put things into perspective of like, you know, nothing matters. It's not really from that perspective. It's more like, you know, if one thing doesn't work out, like something else will. You know what I mean? It just kind of put that into perspective in a way of like, you know, it's fine. If you don't get that, you'll get something else. You know, there's always other things around the corner, and you know, if I don't get a key to that fancy flashy new game, I can always like literally play something that came out like 20 years ago and it will be fine, you know? So that's how I look at it, you know? Also, to be very honest, sometimes covering games like the second they came out is like the most annoying thing. Because it's like, you just get a bunch of people who like, I mean, so, okay, there's two things that can happen. The most common one that has happened for me is you get drowned in the sea of people playing that, and people just go with their faves, and people just go with like whoever pops up on their timeline first, or people, you know, it ends up being a thing where like in the discoverability side of things, you just get like, you just get pushed to the bottom of the list, right? And then the people that do get attention whenever they're playing a brand new game, like they just get a bunch of people who like, they are very intense about it, or they're very like, they want to see all the things, and they want to, they're very opinionated about the game sometimes. So it's like you get provided a game and everyone's like, I fucking hate it, or you know, or you know, every 2 seconds people are being asked like, what do you think, what do you think, and they're like, I don't know, I just got it. So you know, it definitely can come with like a little bit of a burden, I suppose. I've never had that really. I don't think it's a contrarian thing. I think it's an autism thing, because I'm the same way. If I see like a sea of people playing a game, I'm like, now I don't want to watch anyone who's playing that game. Like, it's just like an internal feeling that I get all of a sudden. Like, I suddenly don't want to watch anything. Honestly, lately I haven't really been watching a lot of Twitch. I've been very disconnected in that sense. Like, I've just, like, a lot of times I open Twitch and I'm like, I don't really feel like watching anything. Like, it's been happening a lot to me lately. Where like I see, but I'm either not connecting with like anything that people are playing, or it's just not happening, you know? Sometimes it really is like that. Oh no, we have an ad break starting soon. I'm actually not gonna take a BRB. It's already 10 p.m. I've almost been streaming for 5 hours, 4.5 hours to be exact. So I think I'm gonna heal my Pokemon, save my game, and I'm gonna start wrapping up stream. Instead of taking a break and, you know, leading y'all on, I'm just gonna start wrapping things up. But thank you for joining me. Time fucking flew. I didn't realize it was already 10 p.m. I need to eat. I'm hungry. I'll probably do some grinding off stream just to get everyone to level 20. I'll park my character outside of the next gym that we need to go to, and we'll do that.